question 18 is a lot of work. You do need to know the formulas for the volume of a cone. So for the cone, it is 1/3 pi r squared times the height, and for the hemisphere, well, a sphere is going to be 4/3 pi r cubed, and then for the hemisphere we're obviously going to need to divide that by 2. So we are told the height of the cone and we're told its volume, so I'm going to substitute that into this first formula. So I would have 1/3 pi r squared times 10 equals 270 pi. So the first thing I'm going to do on this side is divide both sides by pi and by 10, and the same on this side. So these 10s will cancel and this pi will cancel, and these pi's will cancel, and that will knock that off the end. So I've now got 1/3 r squared equals 27. Now I need to undo that third, so that's basically dividing by 3. So I undo it by timesing by 3, meaning that r squared is 3 times 27, which is 81, and r is the square root of 81, which is 9. So we now know that the radius here is 9. And there's still quite a bit of work to do with this, because we now need to work out the volume of the whole sphere, halve it, and add it onto this volume. So I need to do 4/3 pi r cubed, and this time pi r is worth 9. So I need to do 9 times 9, which is 81, and then 81 times 9, which is going to be 972, which is 729. Now it's your choice with this, because you can either treat this as 4 times 729 times pi all divided by 3, or, because I've done a quick check, so 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 plus 9 is 18, because 18 is in the 3 times table, that divides by 3. So what I'm actually going to do is divide that by 3 now and cancel these two out. So I'll do a quick bus shelter over here. 3's into 7 goes 2, remainder 1, that's 4, and that's 3. So when this cancels, I'm left with 243. So if I do 4 times 243, it's just a matter of doubling it. So doubling it is 486, and if I double it again, I end up with 972. So the whole sphere is 972 pi. I need to halve that to find the hemisphere. So I'll do a quick bus shelter. 2's into 9 go 4, remainder 1. 2's into 17 go 8, remainder 1. 2's into 12 go 6. So my hemisphere is 486 pi, and I need to add that to 270, which gives me 756 pi. Sorry, you wouldn't add those two, obviously. Okay, question 19 is on surds. I've not done surds with any of you this year. I'm not sure if it was on the Year of 9 scheme of work last year. Rationalising denominators are relatively straightforward. Bear in mind that if you multiply the square root of something by the square root of the same thing, it creates the number that's under the square root sign. So I'm going to multiply this by root 3 over root 3. This fraction is equivalent to 1, and it means that the value of this fraction here doesn't change, but I just get that surd out of the denominator. So top times top will give me 12 root 3, and root 3 times root 3 is just 3, and that's the denominator rationalised. For part B, I need to expand some brackets using surds, so I'm going to use the grid, and I will have root 2 here and root 8, and I will have root 2 here and root 8 because I'm squaring it. Now root 2 times root 2 is going to give me root 4. Root 2 times root 8 will give me 16, root 16. Root 8 times root 2 will give me root 16, and root 8 times root 8 gives me root 64. Now I know the square roots of all of these because they're all square numbers. So the square root of 4 is 2, square root of 16 is 4 and 4, and the square root of 64 is 8. So all I need to do is do 2 plus 4 plus 4 plus 8, which gives me 18.